the caucasity of Josh right now.
I don't know how to do it.
Are you throwing up the blood sign,
hearts.
bro? Like,
Holy moly.
Who did I offend with what I was trying to
Caucasity.
do? I'm so sorry. Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.
What's up, Wikimaniacs, and welcome back to Reddit on Wiki. I'm your host for today's episode. It is I, your punny Pinoy John. With me are your favorite cute boys, Josh and Sean. What's up, brothers?
Hi. How's it
Hello,
going?
friends. I will say this is twice this week. John and I are matching hairs. Last episode, we had the middle part.
Now we got
this
the slick.
episode. We got the fucking
part.
slick back.
Ooh, I don't know, bro. We still vibing. I know it's AAPI month.
It's
is
still
over,
our
but
month.
I mean, when we record it, it still
It's
is.
forever our month.
This is our world now.
Oh my God. Who would say that?
I don't know. But for the first time listeners, we react to some of the craziest stories we or our Wikimaniacs find for us on Reddit. But first, ready to hear today's menu, boy.
Let's do it.
Today's actually a kind of a special episode because it's an action-packed, all listeners submitted stories. So,
God damn.
every single one is written by our amazing Wikimaniacs on our Google form or over on our subreddit at r/Reddit on Wiki. I know Sean never checks, so someone has to do.
Whoa. How come just me? Josh also doesn't. Do you check?
I used to check, and then I was traumatized by some of the stories.
They're heavy. They're heavy, bro.
There we go.
But would you check them?
Do
you
you know-
admitted on air
do you know
that you
how to
don't
check
ever
them?
check them.
Oh, you're talking about me? No, I have no idea. We have that?
The Google form?
That's a thing?
Yeah,
Sure.
for a while.
Just kidding, guys.
Interesting.
So for today's menu, first story is from Demi asking us for advice if they should break the news to their mom.
Okay. If it's you're dating a roach, then no. But
Ooh, Demi, please don't do that.
Octo.
We then
I want to make
Yog cannot
Octa
do it.
shirts. I want to make Octa shirts.
Oh
by the
my
way.
God, please don't. I will not rock that for sure.
You will. I know you will.
Damn it. We then go
We should
to a
make
story.
a rap tee, but instead of like an athlete or a rapper, it's Octa.
Yeah, Octa. Oh my
That's
God.
Octa rap
That
tee.
would be dope. Okay, that I would wear.
Okay, someone
That I
remember
would
this.
wear for sure.
One of us remember this.
Someone help us out. Okay, so we then go to a story submitted by Naomi about their experience reading in front of a crowd. Story number 3 gets kind of juicy, so this is going to be interesting, guys, and I kind of want to hear your thoughts about this. And this is from an anonymous listener because it does get juicy, asking us for advice on how they can uncatch feelings.
Oh,
Huh.
impossible.
Envision them as Octa.
You'll see.
No, then you catch more feelings.
And then, of course, imaginary feelings. We then go to a quick ad break because, you know, fucking vibes, we're broke. Story number 4. This is from another anonymous Wikimaniac that is borderline stepping on Josh's toes, but they framed it as true off my chest, so I got off of it technically.
A Canadian Leafs fan with a beard. How dare you?
Then the last 2 stories are from our subreddit, r/Reddit on Wiki, from _Stan about their petty revenge 2 years in the making. And last story from Fluff and Stuff 42 is a cautionary tale about not fucking with your coworkers.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then towards the end, of course, we go to another ad break. Again, broke boys. Then we'll finish our episode with This Day in History, wonderfully written by the amazing Underbaki. And finally, as usual, we cap off our episode with some house cleaning items and patron shout outs at the very end. So, boys, ready to start this episode?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Again, story number 1. This is from Demi, submitted on our Google form. And it goes as this. Hey, boys, it's Demi. I'll keep this as short as possible, but I do need some input on if I'm doing the right thing. Trigger warning for mentions of transphobia/homophobia and issues with parents/family.
You're
just
already doing
recently
the right
got it.
thing, I think. I think I know what you're doing.
I agree. I just recently got engaged May 16th. Congratulations.
Hey.
Happy engagement, Demi.
Shout out.
Lucky yeah.
If y'all don't know who Demi is the very first person who did a fan art for us. And
Yes.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
Love that, Demi. I fucking keep forgetting to send it to you guys. I still have it at home.
I forgot you got physical copies of that.
Yeah.
That's
on me,
the
guys.
reason why I haven't given any Venmos. Truly.
I don't know. Sean, maybe you should Venmo me some shipping costs.
No, I've been like, as soon as I get that thing from John, the Venmos will go out. Yeah. But
Interesting.
That money's spent. Don't even get your hopes up.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Again, congratulations, Demi. We're so happy for you.
Hell yeah. Congrats.
I am over the moon with joy as we finally progress our relationship further, but I have a hang up that could be a detriment. On Mother's Day, 2 days prior, I went to visit my mom. Went over for dinner, brought her presents. Nothing weird until I got settled in. My mom is confusing. She is right-winged, which is not new information for me. And while I don't agree with her, I haven't let it affect the relationship. She's a type where if your life doesn't affect hers, she says she doesn't care unless you're her kid, it seems. She has told me not to get any form of removal of my chest or she will get upset with me. She told me my whole life to never have kids, so I never had an interest, but then asked me in my 20s if I'll ever have them because she wants grandkids. She doesn't like that I have tattoos, and she has had a constant say in my life. Both my brother and I are LGBT, with my girlfriend being a trans woman. My mother has met her, had her over for holidays, let her spend the night, etc. And despite her political views, it seemed like everything was fine, that my dream of having a cohesive family could finally happen. At Mother's Day, as I am filling with excitement and anxiety over the potential of an engagement coming up, she decides to tell me to stop bringing my girlfriend around her. That at her work, their drive to promote inclusion, especially LGBT inclusion, has been, quote, shoved down her throat and is, quote, pushing her into certain mindsets. And that for the protection of my girlfriend, I should not bring her around her.
What?
This
that a
broke my
threat?
Is
heart.
she gonna punch your girlfriend?
That sounds like a threat.
Jesus, that's crazy.
And wherever you work and I wouldn't say the word pushing, but advertising and like promoting diversity and inclusion. That's a cool ass workplace, man. You want to be in a workplace that promotes that shit. So and for her to feel some type of way about that, ooh, your mom scares me, Demi. Sorry to say that.
No, I mean, that's a good, fair call. That's a fair call, John.
Yeah. So this broke my heart because I was now in a position where despite me only bringing her around twice a year, I'm being told by my mother to stifle my relationship around her. I wanted to tell her my exciting news, but now that flame was going out. I told her I would not pick sides, that while I loved her, she was making it difficult for me as all I wanted was for my girlfriend to be part of my family. And being from an Asian house, I couldn't bring myself to just cut my mom off even if it was hurting me. I only have her and my brother. I didn't want to lose the little bit that I had, and I told my girlfriend about it. And of course, she supported me to not cutting off from her, but she also decided she didn't want to be part of my family. But we are engaged now, and eventually she will be part of my family. But I also won't force her around them if they make her uncomfortable. I feel like I can't even share my good news with my mom or brother, as I know my brother will most likely tell our mom. Should I tell her anyways, or should I let her find out on her own? Of course, fellow Wikimaniacs can give input as well. I'm just stuck in such a weird spot because of my emotions, and I really have no idea what the best decision is. Thank you all in advance, and hearts all around with a Korean heart.
Oof.
I will say right off the bat, just like the caucasity of Josh right now.
I don't know how to do it.
Are you throwing up
Do
the
the Korean
blood sign,
hearts.
bro?
I
Like,
know.
holy
Holy moly.
Who did I offend with what I was trying to
Caucasity.
do? So sorry.
My God.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh,
Move on.
shit. What point were you getting at, Sean?
I will say right off the bat, I think you should let her know. I feel like as mad as she might be, we don't know. Unfortunately, it seems like that might be the thing, though.
Yeah.
But as mad as she could be, I think she would be even more upset,
More mad.
finding out in a different way. You know what I mean? This is a big deal for you. And if she loves you, it'll be a big deal for her. So I think she would like to know, you know what I mean? I don't know how the situation is. A terrible situation because, of course, like all of us are wanting to be like, oh, fuck her. You know what I mean? Like cut her off. But
Beat her up. No.
like you said, you only have her and your brother. And
yeah.
And if you want that to be, you know, constant in your life, you can't cut him off, obviously. But yeah, I would just let her know. I don't know how to talk to homophobic. Well, I don't know homophobic, but,
transphobic,
you know,
for sure.
Transphobic,
yes,
yeah,
definitely, probably
parents.
homophobic. That sounds of it, but
yeah,
who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Sucks that you can't tell your brother though, because seems like he's definitely like would be cool with it. He's also part of the community, the LGBTQIA.
You can maybe tell him with the stipulation, like, "Hey, don't tell mom until I'm ready."
I need to tell mom my own way. But yeah, I would for sure try to figure out a plan where you could tell her, and I would say maybe just be prepared for all outcomes. Unfortunately, but I think it will feel better too. At least for me, like I am bad with secrets, and not bad at secrets. I can hold a secret, but it pains me. You know what I mean? So for me, I would feel the need to, just fucking good or bad, just get it off.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think honesty is probably the best way forward. And then based on how she responds to that news is how you should respond to how your relationship is going to be going forward. So if she takes it well and like is accepting and, less bigoted, then I think, your relationship will hopefully grow and get better, and she'll be more understanding and learn that her transphobic ways are, not the way of the future, hopefully. Mm-hmm. And if she does the opposite and doubles down on her bullshit, then, you're not invited to the wedding. You're not coming to family dinner with your brother. She's got to learn that you can't treat people like that. Especially family. So that's kind of where I stand with all that.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I was pretty torn. Like initially, if I was presented the question first, I probably would have been, you guys know me at this point. Like I'm the type that if no one is vibing with me, especially even if family involves, I'm immediately cut them. Fuck them. I don't care. But
true.
Hearing what you guys said and hearing some of the points that you've had, I think it's valid. I think I'm still kind of sitting in the fence on telling her completely and kind of not. Like I'm kind of still on the fence about that. The part that scares me is the imminent threat, the feeling that there was a threat involved with the girlfriend. So had that not been said, I probably would have been immediately like, hey, if the mom wants to be part of my life or her life or Demi's life in this point, you gotta have to accept it. But I feel like they're not in the right mindset to hear that news right away. So there might be some strategy that needs to be handled for them to finally break that news, but you might have to wait a little bit until your mom is kind of in a right mindset right now. June is LGBTQ month, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
It is, yeah.
So that's going to be more kind of highlighted, and especially in the workplace that she has. Your mom already seems like they have a trigger with that sense.
Which is so ridiculous. Like
June is not probably going to be the best month to tell your mom because they're definitely not going to be in the right mindset for that. Again, I completely agree with you guys. It's ridiculous that people think like this and people just can't accept the fact that, hey, love is love no matter how you spin it. If you're happy with someone, it doesn't fucking matter. It's none of your business.
That's exactly what it is. I truly don't understand. Like if you want to, if you feel like you're, in the wrong body and you want to transition, why is it anyone else's business to tell you not to?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, I don't give a shit who you love, who you want, are attracted to. It doesn't bother me because it doesn't affect me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I never really understand the concept of people getting so upset that they have to it sounds like a veiled threat. Which the irony is, they're
But
like,
you can never know with these type of things. You know what I'm saying?
well, that's what I mean.
Especially
That's
with
why it's a
people with-
veiled threat. You know, you're not sure
Yeah.
what she would do. But yeah, which is ironic because they're like, oh, trans people are coming for our kids. And it's like, well, you just threatened your kids, you know,
your own kid, right?
girlfriend.
Yeah,
or
whenever
fiance now.
whenever they have like drag shows or stuff, and they have like people protesting outside with guns, I'm like,
Yeah.
do we not
You're
see the
more of a
irony
threat.
that that's much more dangerous for the children?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
I
the
don't
brain
see
cells
y'all,
aren't
like, with
there.
your-
I don't fucking get the logic.
I
Yeah.
don't see y'all little picket signs when nasty ass priests be doing some abusive shit to children just because it's on the way to way of the church type of
Or,
shit. So
or when another cis white guy shoots up a school, you know what I mean? Like,
Right. Where's the energy, people?
Yeah.
Come on, y'all gotta have equal energy for shit like that. So, that's just my thing, Demi. Like, at the end of the day, it's your choice. It's your relationship. However you want to divulge it to your mom, one way or the other. I just want your safety and your fiance's safety to be like first and foremost. So
absolutely.
just take it how you see fit. I mean, it's kind of a cop out advice that we kind of gave, but I mean, the other two boys said, like, tell your mom. I'd agree with them. I'm just hoping that you're careful about the situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, obviously, don't bring your fiance there.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Make sure to
definitely.
have your brother there. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Don't, maybe not do it alone in case you're worried about safety. Like I said already, like it would weigh on me not saying it. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Next story. This one is from Naomi. This one is kind of like a today I fucked up the way I kind of read it. So you guys be the judge towards the end.
Okay.
But it reads as this. Hi guys. I hope you're having a good day recording. We are.
It's good.
I wanted to submit this story in hopes that it will make you laugh at my expense. And they put, don't worry, I'm laughing too.
Good.
This story took place when I was very anxious, 8 years old. It was my aunt's wedding, and at the church ceremony, they said they were Catholic, my aunt wanted her nieces and nephews to participate and read the Bible verses. All the readings had already been assigned to my cousins when I arrived at the church. Or so I thought. About 15 minutes before the ceremony started, my other aunt, bride sister, walked up to me and told me she had assigned me a reading and gave me a piece of paper to read. 3 lines of text, tops. I immediately went into fight or flight response and blurted out, I don't know how to read, and ran away. Now, for reference, according to Google, kids usually start reading at around 6 years old. I was 8 and an avid reader, so I absolutely knew how to read. I'm not going to lie. I wish I was still... I don't know how to read.
I'm gonna start using that whenever I fuck up reading on the show.
It reminds me of that meme of Bobby. Is like, and then the mirror is like, it'd be funny if these people could read.
Or DW.
Definitely.
Or which is like, this won't
yeah.
affect me. I can't read.
Yeah. Oh, Arthur. Oh man, that's a meme idea for me today for that episode. I'm not going to lie. I wish I was still young enough to use that excuse whenever I need to do any public speaking. Thank you for reading my story, even if it isn't an episode. Surprise, Naomi. It's in the episode.
It's here.
oh wow,
It's here. We made it happen, baby.
And John can read it.
I can read. I should have said, I don't know how to read, Naomi. This podcast always brings me joy, and I usually watch when I'm having lunch and put your full episodes playlist on YouTube to fall asleep.
Oh, that's awesome.
So thank you, Naomi.
We'll try and keep it.
so
We'll
much
try and
for
keep our
sending.
voices at a medium tone so that we don't wake you screaming.
Naomi, wake up.
oh, please.
I don't like it. Naomi, wake up.
Having a
Holy.
panic attack in bed right now.
Yeah, that was loud.
Are you gonna auto tune that, Josh?
No, I don't know how to do that.
It's just too much work. It's too much work.
I have no music prowess.
All right, so this story number 3, this is the one that gets juicy. So I'm pretty excited on what you guys think about this. So
All right.
this one is from an anonymous Wikimaniac, and good reason why.
Oh no.
I, 33 female, am happily married to my husband, 32 male. We got married last December in my home country, and we will have a
Hey.
second wedding this June in his home country where we currently live.
Goddamn, 2 weddings.
And this is what makes it hard too. Yes, I'm a rich motherfucker who can afford 2 weddings and the $10 tier on Patreon.
Hey,
Wow.
shout out to you. I'm gonna go through all
Needless-
the $10 and find out who you are.
It's my job. That shit was what I'd be doing.
Just kidding. I don't care.
Needless to say, I treasure our relationship more than anything, and I would never want to do anything that would jeopardize our marriage. So now,
Good.
here's the issue. I have developed feelings for my best friend, 33 male. We used to work in the same company, and we have been through a lot of difficult situations together. Through it all, we have always been there for each other. He gets me like very few people, and he has helped me grow my confidence. He even encouraged me to seek therapy for my bouts of depression.
Get therapy.
Got it.
Yes. You might want to talk to your therapist about this situation too. He has recently told me that he has a crush on me. And since then, it's becoming more and more difficult to shake my own feelings off. To make things worse, he is my maid of honor at the wedding and will be planning my bachelorette party. So we'll be seeing each other much more often in the following months.
Oh no.
I love this guy. He's my best friend. It would be beyond painful to cut him out of my life, especially before my wedding, but I will do it if it's necessary. Right now, it feels too dangerous to hang out with him because I'm too worried that either me or him will do something stupid. Do you guys have any advice? Have you ever been in a similar situation? And they have some background, so let me finish that before you guys weigh in, okay? Too long didn't read. Can I uncatch feelings for my best friend without cutting him off my life? And then I put more info if you want. Me and my best friend have briefly talked about our situation. In one instance, I felt we went into dangerous territory and we agreed that it cannot happen again.
Ooh.
My friend has a long-term girlfriend of 8 years, so we're both in a similar boat about our own relationships. My husband and my friend gets along great. We often go for drinks all together, including our partners and some work colleagues. I think I am more bothered about my feelings for him than he is about his feelings for me. He seems to act normal and wants to hang out as usual. So those are all the additional info. Weigh in, boys.
Oh man, I don't think I've ever been in this situation. So
I've never been in this situation either, so that's why I'm like, fuck.
This is your best friend, so bear with me. But I think he kind of fucking sucks, dude.
yeah.
He waited so long to tell you after the wedding, I guess, after the first wedding and before the second wedding.
Yeah.
That's when he drops the "I like you, I have a crush on you." It sounds like we're all in agreement. You also agree. You're not divorcing to be with this guy.
Nope.
You're just strictly trying to figure out how you can uncatch feelings. Because
Yeah. That's what it
you
sounds like.
for sure should not divorce.
Your
But then again,
husband
there's that
currently.
saying, don't let your... It's a joke saying, so don't hate me for saying this.
Wait, hold on. What is this
Was
joke
it-
saying?
My wife told me this, and then my other friend says it also as a joke. But he's like, don't let your spouse get in the
Oh,
way
yeah.
of the love of your life. That joke saying.
Damn.
I like that your wife tells you that.
Yeah, exactly.
Or she just mutters it to herself as you're
Yeah.
pissing her off.
I'll never let you stop. That's what she tells me. But no, in a serious note, like this guy, if he was for real about this, he would have broke up with his girlfriend and then stopped the first wedding from happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or at least
He
told you
is-
well before that.
Yeah, just when you got engaged, truly, is when he should have been like, fuck it. What do I have to lose? But yeah, I just think about how shitty of a situation that he put you in. And
Yeah.
then
And
you
his
know,
girlfriend too.
and
And
his girlfriend.
Yeah.
But like
And your husband. Since they're
yeah,
friends.
everybody. He's friends with everybody. He's deeply involved in your life. Just think about how much he's fucking that shit up right now. And that should hopefully, help you. I've never had to try to unlike somebody. It kind of just happens. You know what I mean? So I imagine, just think of how shitty he's being. And, he's been with that woman for 8 years.
8 years.
Who's to say if y'all both blow up y'all shit and end up together that he's not going to do the same thing to you after 8 years? You know what I mean?
That's true.
Good point. Yeah.
He could be your friend, but your friend is kind of a fuck boy. Sounds like. And again, thank you for being a $10 patron. You are rich. I must remind you, there is that secret $25 tier. It sounds like easy money for you, so please do that. But yeah, I will say I don't take the guise of your best friend off and just kind of look at him for kind of being shitty for doing this. This is some information he should have probably just kept to himself or told you 2 years ago, a year ago, who knows? All around bad, I think.
I agree 100% with everything Sean said, and I'm going to say something with the full knowledge that I know you are a patron and that you listen to the show, but you are not blameless in this either by the sounds of it.
You beat me to it. I was going to say that because
if this was an
but
MID
at least y'all
asshole,
agree that it can happen again.
Yeah.
But the fact that it happened the first time is
not great.
it sounded like there was an instance where it got pretty close.
Yeah.
And in a way, you're kind of emotionally cheating already, buddy.
At least. At a
least.
minimum. So, not great, but I think you got to distance yourself from him for sure.
For sure, out of the bridal party, I think.
Absolutely.
At the very least, you can't be going on surprise, I planned this bachelorette party where we're in the same room and we're fucking. What? Let's not let him plan the fucking get away from your husband trip. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not a great idea. So I would try and distance as much as you can. I would love you to tell be open with your husband. At least tell him what he said to you.
Yeah, that's a good one. I didn't even think about that. That's a good one.
You got to be honest with your spouse.
Yeah.
Because if that secret opens up at a future date, it's going to be worse.
That's bad.
Don't do that.
So that's kind of my advice. I know all of those things are very tough things to go through. So, try and do those things. I'd like to say that hopefully things will improve after that. It'll be a tough period. Like your husband's definitely not going to be happy about any of that. And
also,
sorry. Go ahead.
Just one more thing. Like John said, for sure. Thank you for writing in and giving us a story to talk about. But again, this might be better suited for your legit therapist.
True.
And then maybe after doing Josh's advice of, coming clean to your husband with this whole situationship, couples therapy might be a thing. That might be a good idea.
Yes.
And back to you, Josh. Sorry for interrupting.
I forget what I was going to say, but I will go off of what you were saying.
I'm so sorry.
I know tons of Wikimaniacs are going to write in probably to this story as well to give advice. Please be respectful when you're giving your advice.
Very respectful.
This is someone who's written in, made themselves vulnerable.
Not just a stranger. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if they fucked up, you can still give advice and be, a nice person about it.
We've built a community of, trying to be a safe place for people.
It's events.
We've been lucky to not have too many crazy situations happen in any of our places.
It's mostly directed to us, which is fine.
And that's how we would like it.
Direct it to us. That's okay.
Yes, but not to each other.
To us.
And not to our guests.
Yes.
But
that's my advice.
Like Josh said, be kind.
As well as the therapist, I'm sure there'll be tons of good advice down below that we, might not have thought of or will expand on stuff we've said. So if you're brave enough, check the comments. Like I said, try and be polite about it when you're giving your advice. Other Wikimaniacs.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, the boy said everything already. To me, my only solution for this is it is difficult because a best friend is hard to separate yourself at the end of the day, but
not impossible.
If you don't, it's not possible. It's not impossible, but
I've had best friends that, you just grow apart from. It happens. Yeah. And I mean, that was less, intentional, but it's still, you will still recover. You'll still have other best friends going forward. So it's not the end of the world.
Because if you don't cut this person off, you'll risk potentially losing your husband, and there's going to be temptations. It sounds like there was already some sort of temptation over there. Better to remove yourself from that. And like what the boy said, please seek therapy. They might be able to help you out better. And perfectly what Sean said, divulge this to your husband, because you don't want, your husband is blameless in this situation. So you guys need to work on that together. But my other call out is none of you $10 patrons can delete your pledge now, because if you delete your pledge, we'll know it's you.
And we'll put you on blast publicly. You're locked in for the foreseeable future.
I see that goddamn exit survey say, yeah, that was me. I tracked your ass.
I don't love that.
That is not a veiled threat. That is not a veiled threat.
It's an open threat.
I'm just kidding. We're just
But
kidding.
yeah, let it be known we're actually joking, guys.
In all seriousness, please seek help. Cut
Yeah.
this person off your life. You don't want that extra necessary drama. It sounds like you're going to have another fantastic wedding. Please don't let that be a detriment.
Did you get two bachelorette parties? That's what I want to know too. Like, that's crazy.
That's lit.
That's sweet.
Dude, I just got I'm a groomsman for one of my friends, and then he was just like, yeah, the bachelor party's coming up, just like ballpark, maybe like around 2,000 each person. I'm like, what are we
Holy
doing?
shit.
What are we doing
No.
this 2,000? And can I
So this is a call out for more $10 patrons.
Yeah.
Sean can
Guys.
go party.
y'all know how poor I am already?
If you want to support Sean and be able to go to a bachelor party, we're going to cut to an ad break so he can able to afford that. So we'll be right back with Wikimaniacs with more stories, and hopefully these sponsors pay us so Sean can get his drink on wherever he's going. And we're back.
And in
Hopefully
the
you
span
guys
of
like
that,
the ads.
in the span of that ad break, Sean started a GoFundMe for this bachelor. He's asking
Help
for
me drink.
$2,500, which is wild. It said 2,000 earlier, but it's gone up.
Said around
apparently.
2,000 ish, so it's like extra 500
with
just
the
to be
ish.
safe.
Round it
you know
up.
what I mean?
Might as well go for 3,
Yeah,
right?
Might as well. Yeah. Okay, keep bumping it up, guys.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, we're moving on to our next story. This one is also from.
I will actually legitimately feel bad if people are like Venmoing the fuck out of me for that. So please, this is a joke.
Yeah, please don't.
Please don't. Like,
I mean,
yeah.
if you're going to send money, send it to all three of us, not just Sean.
Yeah,
'cause we'll
Patreon.
never
Whoa,
see-
whoa. Yeah, Patreon.
Yeah, be a patron instead. So,
You get content
anyways,
then.
true. You get more. What do you get from Sean? Does he even say thank? Oh, he does say thank you.
He sometimes
so.
reads
I do
it.
say, I read them out on
You're
here.
right. You're right. Story number 4. Again, not from anonymous Wikimaniacs. And reads as this. Hey, you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of my daily routine. You guys narrating stories from strangers, whether or not they're oops all sad, always motivates me to get up every day and be productive.
There
I
you
wasn't sure if I wanted to categorize my story as am I the asshole or true off my chest. Sorry,
You piece of
Josh.
shit, John.
You call me a piece of shit? Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
Wait,
So this is
so
an Am I the asshole?
wait. I
it's
wanted
true
to.
off my chest, okay?
Okay.
But my thing is, could John and I, if we wanted to, read listener submitted "Am I the Assholes?" because Josh is not reading them.
I mean, here's the thing. You guys are technically, because Mondays are Reddit readings, and Reddit, encompasses Am I the Asshole? So you guys are technically allowed to do that anyway.
The white man allowed us.
Wow.
As the
They
arbiter
gave
of
us
Am
some
I
of
the
his
Asshole.
privilege.
Yeah, so
Mayor
you
of
guys can.
this town.
You guys can.
Well, maybe there's a backlog, so we'll see. If it's not as traumatic, maybe we'll see.
Fair enough. Good luck.
There's a joke somewhere in there about asshole and backlogs. John will figure it out, I'm sure.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, there's something in there.
Logs
Logs.
in the back. I don't know.
There's definitely something going in there. You know what I'm saying?
Logs
It's
coming
like
out the
wood.
back.
Never mind. Well.
Anyways, again, I wasn't sure if I wanted to categorize my story as am I the asshole or true off my chest, so I decided to just generalize it under confessions or confessions.
Ooh.
I'm allotted one now, I guess.
I gotta get my
But I
hoodie.
wanted some assurance. but I wanted some assurance if I'm in the wrong or not. Let's not do that. Sean's gonna leave. I don't want that to happen. Let him stay.
You do it during my pee break.
No. I want you here for it.
So here goes the story. If you are aware of the Things You Want to Say But Never Did project by Jeloy Concepcion, then you'll understand why I will format my story a certain way because I submitted the story to him as well. I wonder if they're Filipino.
Who's that? Sorry.
Jeloy Concepcion. Sounds like an author for Things You Wanted to Say But Never Did.
That sounds like a Filipino name.
That sounds like a Filipino name. So it might be a Filipino Wikimaniac. So if you are, kumusta? Trigger warning, there's going to be a death of a family member. And it was kind of like a text thread that they presented. So this is what the text said. Hey there, I'm so sorry. Goddamn, I'm being Canadian now. I'm so sorry to hear about your dad. Fuck!
Converse, Sean.
I'm gonna start watching hockey now.
Dude, hockey is kind of tight. I watched the
Yo,
game. I told Josh.
I did see some of the
It's
game,
kinda
like
tight.
Florida Panthers.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, they're wild, bro. They're fucking good.
They put my team out of the playoffs, so we don't talk about them.
Oh,
but-
is that them that
that's
eliminated you guys? Oh shit. Well, rest in peace. Hey there. I'm so sorry to hear about your dad's Oh God, I made a joke.
Oh,
about
whoa.
RIP and
Oh,
the death of
jeez.
family.
Sorry.
God damn it. Let's go there. Okay, hey there. I'm so sorry to hear about your dad's passing recently. I wish I could talk to you and comfort you about it, but if I talk to you again, you're just gonna do things to try and win me back, and it will bring me back to this familiar but never-ending spiral of what if we ended up back together?
Whoa.
So I don't want that kind of life and that kind of mindset anymore. I've become a better person with the best person in the world, and I just don't want to ruin that. I'm sorry. That was their text. And they put this message I wrote is to my last ex. So that was their message to their ex.
Oh, okay. Got it. I was confused there for a
little
second.
I was too for a little bit. But a little background, we became official in June 2019 and broke up 4 months later. Our relationship had a pretty bad start and was a crazy one. They put in a bad way. Ever since the breakup until early 2022, we've been on and off constantly. And during those times, he never had nor gave me clarity on what he wants for us in the long term. And in all honesty, neither did I at the time. We were two broken people trying to fix something that could never work out in the end. So in early 2022, I decided to get my shit together and stop our shenanigans because it was no longer good for me. He was okay with it, and we haven't talked ever since. I'm now in a new relationship of 8 months after 3 years of being single, and my boyfriend has just been the sweetest and the best to be since day one. So
Nice.
congrats on
That's
a
awesome.
new happy relationship. In the middle of December last year, however, my ex started texting me back out of nowhere. Just a simple hi. I didn't even realize I still had his number. I only responded to that text, and after that short conversation, he's just been trying to make conversations with me again, to which I completely ignored. This is why in my message above, I said I didn't want to go down this spiral of him giving me mixed signals again if he won't even give me clarity in the end. His last text to me was around mid-January, wishing me a belated Happy New Year, following by a text that said his father passed away, which I then found out from a friend later on that he actually passed around on New Year's Eve. I know I sound like an asshole for ignoring that message because goddamn it, someone died, but the fact that he's trying to make conversation with me through his dad's passing, I don't know, it just didn't sit well with me. But I still wanted to say something, so here I am deciding to give my condolences to him anonymously. And this is the message. So to F, if by any chance you read my message above, I hope you realize that I'm not the only woman you have to chase because by technicality, you can't. I do still care about you, just not in the way you expected it to be. So that's my story. Now I want to ask the boys in the Wikimaniacs, did I do the right thing to ignore my ex's text and decided that as an alternative, send my condolences anonymously with the probability of him seeing it being so slim? I will accept whatever judgment you guys give in the end. Thank you so much once again for making my week a little better, and I hope to see the boys achieve great things in the future.
Oh, well, thank you for that at the end there.
Yes, thank you.
But no, even though you buttered us up, I was still going to say, you're not in the wrong. That's you got to protect your own mental health, and you knew that would lead you down a spiral to, potentially, a bad place in your life. And it's weird that he would reach out even after that many years. I saw, I don't know, it's like a phrase I've seen it a bunch of times, but it's like men will do anything except for go to therapy. And that's basically what he needs to do. he needs to go talk to someone who's like professional and work through that, because that is a traumatic thing. And it's unfortunate that he doesn't have anyone closer to reach out to, or maybe he's just, grasping for anyone to talk to, but you're not responsible for that. You are completely in the clear, not responding to him. And the anonymous way you went about it was probably the best way you could go about it if you wanted to do anything. So kudos for you there. But yeah, he needs to work that out himself and not try and
suck you back in.
Exactly.
Like that
suck you back in,
toxicity,
or bring you down with him. And so good for you for keeping your distance and ignoring that. Delete his phone number, maybe block it going forward, just so that you don't have this conundrum
Guilt
going forward. Yeah. Or guilt or anything like that. So that's my advice and judgment. So good for you. Good job.
Sean?
I am confused. Did they write the first thing they sent or the last thing they sent? Because those are two very
The
different
first thing,
messages.
the one on the very top, like the very first thing I read, that was their message.
And then what was at the very end? Another message?
No, that was me. I fucked up on reading that. So whatever I read on the top, that was their message.
Oh, so the bottom wasn't part of the story at all?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. So I will say I agree with Josh.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. I just don't know if the text was, because how is it anonymous if you're talking about the spiraling and the feelings and all that in the message?
I
know what I
guess.
mean? Right?
Where did they send it? How was it anonymous? That's my only thing.
It was a text.
Maybe they sent
thread.
it through like a messaging app. Like I didn't see any clear thing about that.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, if it's the Philippines, I'm assuming there's this pretty popular app called like Curious Cat. When you pretty much send anything anonymously, it could be that.
The apps over there sound way better.
there used to be an app
cooler.
like that when we were college, like Formspring.
Really?
Do y'all remember that? Where people
Oh yeah, Formspring.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. I
just
remember
write you
Formspring.
anonymous notes or whatever,
Yeah,
Oh,
or
okay.
questions or things like
Interesting.
that. I don't know.
that's my assumption. Like I don't
Something like
I don't
that.
want to assume, but
Yeah, I will say, even if it's anonymous, it seems like it's
Specific.
for sure you. So if he sees it,
Yeah.
he'll know it's you, which is good and bad. You're worried that he might not see it, or you're worried that he won't know it's you. I think he'll definitely know it's you.
Yeah, but the finality of the message and being like, this is not
they put their foot
conversation's
down.
not continuing after this,
this is it.
which
For
is
sure.
fine.
Which is good, I think.
Yeah.
Like you said, if you know it's not going to end well for either of you guys, there's no point in continuing. You're not his therapist. You were an on again, off again ex for a few years, and he needs to see somebody professional, or he needs to. No, that's it. He needs to see somebody professional if he wants to vent. He shouldn't be,
therapy.
There we go.
Yeah, he shouldn't
Yeah.
be venting to other people or trauma dumping or anything like that.
Well, there's if you're still if he has friends or something and he wants to talk about it with his friends, that's different.
For sure.
Like you can talk to your friends about that kind of stuff. But yeah, to get professional help, it needs to be done with a therapist or someone trained. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't mean.
That
to
one,
cut you off.
no, you're good. That one was just tough because I was confused by the beginning and the end. So
Yeah,
My bad.
that is fair.
Yeah, that was me. I can't read, so that's all.
No, you say it.
no,
Say it
you
how,
can't use that excuse.
say it how our earlier
I
Wikimaniacs.
don't know how to read.
That's better.
No, I've been in a situation like this, but like kind of like the polar opposite. When my father passed away, one of my ex girlfriends, like they were particularly close to my parents at one point. She reached out to me, and then when her dad passed away, like I also reached out to them. So there was like a mutual respect, but it was more of just, hey, condolences,
Yeah.
I hope everything's okay with you, and then it was just that.
Well,
That's
I think
it.
I
But-
think that's a little different too, because I'm sure yours was not like a rocky in a relationship.
No,
like,
and
toxic
that's why
stuff.
I said it was like polar opposite. So
Yeah.
in this situation, for you to put your foot down, and because it sounded like they were looking for finality because they never got it. So I think OP kind of took like displayed strength in the situation because, they were more in a stable position in their life and say like, hey, I got a great relationship going now. We didn't have a fight. Them and the ex didn't have some sort of like close, or they didn't close the relationship in a good note. So they were like, hey, I'm in a good place. This is me putting my foot down and saying, this is it.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry for your loss, but like whatever you're trying to do, we're done. So based on what you guys said, definitely not that. You don't suck for doing that. I feel like you just became a better person because you're able to finally put your foot down and not get sucked back into possibly spiraling and going back to like a toxic type of relationship, whether if it's platonic or, just revisiting the past, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So the next two stories we got, they're more just stories. They're not really any like reactions or anything. They're pretty funny. It's
because I have not been qualified for any of these.
Yeah.
And this is probably why we don't read it. It's because they get heavy. They get really heavy, guys. But the last two, Petty Revenge, they're pretty funny. So
nice.
I think you guys will get a good laugh out of this. So this one is from _Stan. Gross. It's lower score, mid score forever. Come on now. The title
they're
is
a patron.
I think they are, yeah.
I've read that name. And when I read it, I say, ew.
Oh, see?
You're getting your
same
mom.
vibes. The title is Petty Revenge, 2 years in the making.
Ooh.
Holy moly.
Posting my personal petty revenge because it finally came to fruition last night. And it was worth it. About 2 years ago, I, female, was driving and hit a pothole, making my front driver's side tire go flat.
Oh.
It was mid-snowstorm. I know how
no.
to change a tire, had a coat and gloves on, and figured I could knock it put quickly. That's spelled weird.
Probably just
I could
knock it out.
put quickly.
Knock it
Knock it
out.
out quickly.
That makes
there
sense.
There you go. Thank you. Once I opened the compartment in the trunk, I realized part of my jack was missing. I got back in the car and called my husband, and he came and complained the whole time that I should be checking my car regularly so situations like this don't happen.
Okay,
He
dude.
said, what would I have done if he didn't answer? I said, I'd call my dad. He responded, calling me a spoiled princess. I told him
This is a snowstorm, brother. Get your wife out of there.
And he hit a pothole. She hit a pothole, so it's not even her fault.
He responded, calling me a spoiled princess. I told him I'd prefer to be called a queen. He continued to bring up...
That's a great comeback. I love that.
That's sass, though. I like that. He continued to bring up that I'm so independent, but he had to change my tire. Even after I replaced his car battery one day when he was sick, it got irritating, so I went into his car and let all the air out of his spare tire.
All right, hyphen Stan. I am a stan of hyphen Stan. That's fucking fantastic.
That's great.
I had completely forgotten about it as this is 2 years later and we've moved past it.
Holy shit.
Well, yesterday he runs over a screw somewhere and noticed his tire is flat when he leaves work. He goes to change the tire and notice his spare is flat. He calls me. Realization sets in and I start cracking up.
Oh.
I asked him why doesn't he check his car regularly so he wouldn't be in this
Yes.
situation.
Yeah.
I came with the air compressor, laughing the entire time and asking what he would do if I wasn't able to come. I'll never tell him I flattened the tire, but even 2 years later, the petty revenge was glorious.
Hell
Sean, you got
yes.
that button? Hit it, baby. That Bobby Roode.
Do I? Oh, shit. You got me on the spot, brother.
Do you know which one it is? The petty revenge was...
Holy moly,
Hell
I've
yeah.
never hit a sound on the soundboard. I had volume all the way down. I had to find it. Oh, fuck. The panic
Sorry,
that
I-
you just said.
I did put you in that situation. I'm sorry.
That's
Oh, my
funny.
God.
You should have showed up in a crown. Like
The queen has arrived
Yeah.
for her spoiled prince.
and then he could say, I prefer to be called a king. And then he gets you back
And then
2
there
years
you go.
later, and it's just a back and forth for years.
Oh no! I said I was anti-prank, but here I keep coming into situations where I'm like, the prank is kind of good. That's
It's
a nice
good.
prank.
Kind of hypocritical there, but
Yeah, I know. I'm learning more about myself as I host this show.
you know what? Me too, bud. Me too.
Well, there's no harm in it, really. Like, I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah, y'all said y'all moved past it. Hopefully your husband doesn't listen to this. He's like, you motherfucker.
Listening in the car right now. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Can you do that? Oh my God, that'd be the most hilarious
Oh
thing. It's like,
my
wait, yo, this
God.
shit hits close to home.
Damn, this is pretty accurate.
Can you
Just
record it? That'd be fucking funny.
Oh no.
Oh shit. All right. Well, we got one last story, and this one is from Fluff and Stuff 42. And it's kind of another petty revenge, though.
Okay.
When I was in my early 20s, I was a single mom, working 2 jobs, interning, and trying to be a good mom. I had a great support team, but dates and fun were on the back burner to everything else. I worked for a call center in the evenings, second shift. We had a coworker, let's call her Tina, who was always calling in. We all know the type. The cat is sick, the car is dead, their grandfather had passed away 3 times this year, etc. One evening, I had
Keeps
plans to
coming
get
back
a
to
night away.
life. Grandpa won't stay dead.
Holy.
Stay down. Stay down, old man.
How many times
What are you gonna
teach
learn?
you, old man?
What are you gonna learn, old man?
Oh shit. We're not ageist, guys. So we
What is that?
promise.
That's a SpongeBob quote, isn't it?
I know it is.
Yeah.
I have to keep giving back
What?
the inheritance.
Shit's getting I'm getting taxed up the ass for this. Come on. One evening, I had plans to get a night away to go to a concert, and my boss was fine with me leaving early until right on cue, since it was a Saturday night. Tina calls, she has a flat tire and won't be coming in, meaning I can't leave early. My boss is a great person and said to tell her he would come pick her up so she could make it to work. When I told her that, she said she was an hour away at her boyfriend's house. She said she would call me back. And of course, crickets. I called her, no answer. I missed my concert and I was fuming. She quit shortly after when she called out for her callouts. That summer, I was also interning at a local sheriff's office. One of my tasks there was to look through the warrants and papers to be served that had bad addresses. We were trying to find a new address for these folks to be served, and while going through the papers, who should I find but Tina?
Yes.
Bouncing checks. And they put, maybe she should have come to work more. Since I had her contact and emergency contact numbers for work, I called her. No answer. I then called her emergency contact, her sister, and told her we needed Tina's address for our employee tax papers, which was true. I then passed that along to the paper/warrant serving deputies. Lesson, don't screw over your coworkers.
Whoa.
Nice. It's a good revenge story.
That's petty as fuck.
Are sheriffs like, is that a thing down there? Like, I know it's like in the movies, but are sheriffs in every
They're real,
township?
especially in more rural areas.
It's so
I'd
funny.
say.
Because when I think of sheriff, I'm like old Western, you know what I mean?
I think all police
Really?
departments have a sheriff. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, Houston's not a rural area at all. There's sheriffs.
I just don't see much. Maybe I just don't get out much.
I picture some guy with a sheriff badge walking down Houston. This town ain't big.
With a cowboy hat.
This city ain't big enough for the both of us.
I don't know if they
This
wear
city is
anything
big.
different. It's just their car says sheriff, but I don't know.
Wild.
I don't interact with cops.
That's
so
all I took
wouldn't
from
know.
this story. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, that is it for our episode this week. But not yet. Just kidding.
No.
We're gonna go to
Amazing
another
Underbaki.
ad break. We still got a lot of stuff. We're gonna hit another ad break because, again, I gotta say it so many times. We're broke boys. Please help Sean get to his bachelor party. Then we'll go to our This Day in History, wonderfully written by the amazing Underbaki. And then we'll cap off the episode with housekeeping items. So we'll be back, Wikimaniacs. What's up, Wikimaniacs, and welcome back to another This Day in History. This segment allows you boys to take a break from the assholes that we chat about or roast during the show, whichever we do, and to educate you about the historical event that took place on this day. From famous births, deaths, and everything else in between, we've covered some wild stories already during the segment, and today's date is June 5th, 2023, and we're going to turn back the clocks to this day in 1893. That's right, if you can do the math, unlike I can. Thank you, Alex, for providing this, but we're going back 130 years and we'll be chatting about one of the most infamous court trials of American history. This does get kind of crazy, and you'll be asking the question, is this person the axhole? You'll get that joke later. But before we dive into the trial that took place on June 5th of 1893, we must introduce some of the key players. The first person to shed a light on is Lizzie Andrew Borden. Folks that tune into any form of true crime content recognize this name, given the many books, TV shows, podcasts, and so on that have chatted about Lizzie. Lizzie was born on July 19th of 1860 in Fall River, Massachusetts, to Sarah and Andrew Borden. The family, which also included Lizzie's older sister, Sarah, reportedly grew up wealthy, or the Wikimaniacs, the rich. Resources claim that Andrew was allegedly stingy with his funds, perhaps not believing in the expression, if you got it, flaunt it. Tragedy struck the Borden family as matriarchal figure Sarah died in 1863. One resource indicated that Sarah was only 39 years old when she died of uterine congestion and spinal disease. With Sarah gone, Andrew, Emma, and Lizzie remained a trio within their home located at 92 2nd Street in Fall River, Massachusetts. But the trio would be joined by another 3 years after Sarah's death. Andrew went on to marry a woman named Abby Durfee Gray, who would move into the Borden family home. Based on what has been documented online, Lizzie would later state that she called her stepmother Mrs. Borden and seemingly kept Abby at arm's length. There have been reports that Lizzie had believed that Abby had married her father for his wealth, which at the time of his death in 1892, his estate was worth the equivalent of $9,630,000. Things in the Borden residence were not necessarily blissful as time went on, especially with Abby in the mix. It seems like the issues surrounding the one thing that makes this ball of fire spin, money. Just like everything else in the world, baby. Emma and Lizzie may have been a bit upset with their father giving gifts of real estate to various branches of Abby's family. Why did her family get these gifts? Why were Emma and Lizzie pushed aside? These presumed questions probably ransacked many family moments between Annie and his daughters. Tension would stay at a continuous boil with the Bordens to the point where both Lizzie and Emma would spend a lot of time away from Andrew and Abby. Bridget Sullivan, the Bordens' live-in maid, noted that Emma and Lizzie would avoid having meals with Andrew and Abby on most occasions, or the two sisters would take extended vacations for some physical space. In August of 1892, John Vinicum Morse, Lizzie and Emma's maternal uncle, visited the family in Fall River. Accounts claim John was invited to stay for a few days to discuss business matters with Andrew, which has led many to speculate that their conversation may have aggravated an already tense situation within the Borden home. During this time, the entire Borden house became reportedly violently ill with an unknown illness, and Abby allegedly feared that they had been poisoned due to the lack of popularity Andrew had in town. Which this will lead to August 4th of 1892. In a direct quote from a New York Times article, quote, "On August 4, 1892, the younger daughter of this house discovered a body sprawled on a settee in the sitting room. A short time later, the maid and neighbor found a second body face down on the floor of the guest room. Death in both cases came at the hands of a person, still officially unknown, wielding a small, sharp hatchet. Andrew and Abby Borden had been murdered. Accounts claim that they both had been hit numerous times with a hatchet-like weapon. Due to the multiple factors, including recent family tension and Lizzie's initial answers to the police officers' questions that were supposedly strange and contradictory at times, Lizzie became suspecto patronus. Lizzie became suspect numero uno. She would be indicted on December 2nd of 1892 for the murders. Lizzie's trial took place in New Bedford, Massachusetts on June 5th of 1893. For any geography buffs out there, New Bedford is only about a 20-minute drive on the I-195 from Fall River. Lizzie's trial is still poked and pried to this day due to the considerably short police work. lack of DNA collecting and testing, among other factors. Regardless, Lizzie was acquitted of the charges in 1893, and upon exiting the courthouse, she told reporters she was the happiest woman in the world. So there you have it, Wikimaniacs. 130 years on this day was the first day of trial for the infamous Lizzie Borden. Tell us your thoughts. Tell us your thoughts on today's feature over on our Cultivate Discord channel or our Reddit on Wiki's Reddit page, r/Reddit on Wiki, or our various social media platforms. Today's true crime historical feature would not have been made possible without the following resources: the Wikipedia page on Lizzie Borden, Lizzie Andrew Borden website, and a New York Times article, Lizzie Borden Took an Axe by Mary Cantwell, written on July 26, 1992. And of course, we can't say thank you. We can't not say thank you, Jesus, to our amazing writer, Alex Underbaki from Rare Distractions Podcast, who wrote this script for us today. Really, thank you, Alex. Apologies I butchered the reading because I cannot read today. And we're back.
Wow.
That's
Hi.
it for this week's content. But before we recap the episode, boys, anything you want to cover before we head out?
Yeah. I got 3 reviews here. And
Ooh.
I'm going to do a bit of a compliment sandwich for our own podcast.
Oh no.
Compliment sandwich.
Yeah.
So
So,
that
we got-
must mean
it means we got 2 5 stars and a 1 star in the middle.
unsavory.
Oh. Okay.
Just to
Let's do
prove
this.
that we aren't, we'll read, what is like bad reviews about us. We'll read those too.
We've
We'll make
never
it a
claimed
bit.
to be perfect, guys.
We
never.
definitely never claim that.
Yeah.
So the first one I want to read is from Music Lover 49327 on Apple Podcast. They give us 5 star, and they say, came to Apple Podcast to say this: the audio only is great, but the YouTube version is even better because we get to see John's, Josh's, and Sean's handsome faces.
Oh,
Much.
thank you. Yeah, thank you.
What were you going to say?
I was
Something
gonna
else?
say something. Hey, yo, I need y'all to lay off like the thirst comment because I showed my wife and I fear for my life, yo.
You were
I'm
getting a
legit
lot.
scared.
You're getting a lot last week.
I know y'all need
Yeah.
to chill. I've been showing every single one I see. I'm like, babe, look what they said. I didn't go and it's just like, hey, I'm gonna fucking.
I
downvote every
try not to
single one.
heart those on YouTube because I'm like, I don't want
I'm
to
like,
smoke.
hey yo, chill, chill. Yo, calm down, guys. Damn.
Shower me with all of the.
Give it all to Sean.
I'm just
I don't
kidding.
mind.
Well, going off of that, they have a friendly competition sometimes about who gets the most love, but I think a group hug is the best solution.
There you
I-
go.
I agree with that. Anyway, this podcast is a must listen or watch in my case. LOL. It helps me get through my worst days and enhances my bests. I love 2 hot takes, so I think that's why YouTube suggested Reddit on Wiki to me. Oh, damn, you're a YouTube suggested. That's
That's
rare, I
cool.
think.
Morgan, what's up? Come on.
And I love both so much. So if you like 2 hot takes, definitely give Reddit on Wiki a shot. Heart. With that being said, I'll end the debate right here. No host is more handsome than the other, just a different flavor of handsome.
That's what I've been saying
Oh.
this whole time.
And then they ask, what are the flavors for each? And
what
you
would
should
flavor-
watch on YouTube too to decide for yourself. I want us to pick a flavor for ourselves or someone else, if you whatever you guys want to do.
I think I'm more savory just because I sweat so goddamn much.
Meat sweats.
I think I'm mayo.
Yeah, meat sweats.
'cause, you know,
Mayo? Oh no.
Come
You
on,
know.
fam.
you
The
know the vibe.
complexion.
I'm the taste of a chicken McNugget. I think that's
What
an
sauce can I
accurate
dip you
flavor.
in, baby?
I was gonna say kombucha because you drink kombucha on every
I
show.
do drink
Kombucha
kombucha
so
a lot
goddamn
on the show.
much.
Gotta get that gut health.
Yeah, true. Okay, I like that. Well, let us know what flavor you think each of us is down in the comments.
I'm
So
A5 Wagyu steak because I'm luxurious
Damn,
and I'm expensive.
I like that.
Wow.
So shout out Music Lover 49327 for that amazing review. Like I said, compliment sandwich. Here comes the gut punch. 1-star review. It's titled.
Let's go.
It's titled. With only 1 M.
Wow.
You're kind of weird already.
I won't say who it's from because I don't want anyone getting hate.
Oh no,
They're free
yeah,
to
that's fine. Don't.
not enjoy the podcast. But you guys are gonna hate.
Chances are, if they give us a 1-star review, you ain't listening anyways.
Oh, I mean, it sounds like they did listen.
Interesting.
Well, now
That's
when
rude.
this comes out,
And you guys are gonna hate the first sentence because it says you used to love these guys, but if Josh isn't on the episode, it's a super hard listen. Oh, you love to hear it.
Sean,
Me.
please do the honors, buddy.
This is a famous quote one of us said. I forget which one of us. One of us.
Someone.
No, it's definitely you.
I just have to beg.
May
the
is over.
question.
Sean's throwing you under the bus.
If Josh is your favorite, maybe take a long, hard look in the mirror and realize maybe, it's not all white. You know what I mean? There are other options out there.
And this reverse said, "Ooh, no, white is right."
Yeah, white is not always right. But I will say, when it comes to Josh, I get it. He's a handsome man. I wouldn't want
He's
to
a
watch
handsome fucker.
without
Thank you.
this guy. That's fair. It is crazy to me to go off and give the whole fucking podcast 1 star for just
Off
a few
of one
episode that
episode.
Josh deserves
Josh
a break, motherfucker. Let the man get some goddamn rest.
He was sick,
I was sick that episode.
and I'm sick of you, reviewer, whoever you are.
And if anything, this is kind of like, man, paints Josh stands in a bad light. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, you
look
guys
how
already
off
did that
the
for
handle
them.
they got.
You guys did that for them.
I feel like a lot of the Josh
Racist
fans
and
are
has anger
racist.
issues.
Maybe
Red
I'll need
flags.
to see therapy. Holy shit!
therapy.
Please.
All right, I'll finish the review here because there's a bit more. They said, try to act less millennial and pretty please stop.
Bitch, I'm millennial.
And pretty please stop bringing your political beliefs into the episode. Couldn't
Thank
care
you for
less.
the
Josh is the
reminder.
most political out of all of
I
us.
probably
Fuck you,
am.
Greg
Yeah.
Abbott.
Oh,
Also,
yeah, it is-
Rob DeSantis. I'm not in Florida, but I'll fucking fight that guy too. Add him to the fucking list.
Did you say Rob DeSantis?
What's his fucking name? I don't
I
even
think
know
it's
his
Ron.
name.
Ron.
I don't even honor the man by calling him his correct name.
Fair enough.
Fuck you,
fair enough.
Rob.
Anyway, they say it ruins the vibes when you talk about it on the show. I do agree with John. I think I do probably bring up politics the most, which is funny. But
As the non-American.
as the non, well, we have politics here too, Sean.
Yeah, but we're mostly shitting on American politics.
Do I generally?
Well, because I don't know shit about Canadian politics.
I rant about concepts usually, and then if you go off on Greg Abbott, I'll go off too. But that's just
that's
more
true,
to
that's
back you
true.
up.
Yeah. Support
And then I just
for the
shit on
celebrity
random
boxing
states.
match that we're trying to set up. You know what I mean?
But yeah,
Drop another tree on them.
I think it's good to read the 1 stars every once in a while, even though that was kind of a compliment to me, I guess, kind of. Even though
let it
You
be
only
known,
read that
guys.
because it's Sean's or Shelly's. What are you doing?
Shelley's, yes, right. I forgot that's
the
my
Shelley's.
Shelley's. Yeah.
Whoa.
Y'all slacking.
I'm sorry.
Your stat. You see me and Sean.
And at the time of recording, it's still AAPI month. And
True.
you fucking wrote that review
Oh,
during our
Specifically?
month? You are
Against us?
fucking racist, actually.
right in the middle of the month too. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Man,
That's funny. Also, I am a millennial as well. I'm on like
look at that. We're all
the
millennials.
tail end of it, but I'm there.
Bastard.
Yeah, I don't think we're. I think a pretty big part of this podcast is that we don't act any sort of way. We are kind of just who we
Ourselves.
are. This is our genuine self. So if we're acting millennial, it might be because we're fucking millennial. I don't know what to tell you.
And we're fucking millennials, okay?
And we do be fucking.
All our partners, 25 and up, baby. Let's go.
All right, let's bring it around to a positive ending on the show here. So this one's by.
That was still positive. We still got to call
it
him
was still
racist,
funny.
So
It's a funny review altogether. 5 stars, and this one's from Carl. They say highly.
Carl.
Jesus.
Coral.
A highly entertaining podcast, changed my perspective by a lot.
Oh.
So, I stumbled upon this podcast on my Spotify during peak pandemic 2021, which you might be a pretty close to an OG by that point.
Yeah, that's an OG
Yeah.
right there. You're still hearing the old ass format.
I enjoyed every content since episode 1 about Oswong and have been a fan ever
wow.
since. Best trio
Dude.
of podcasters and never felt so bored.
Oh, that makes sense.
Damn, never felt so bored.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fuck, are we boring?
I don't know if that's what they meant because they right after they say always make me crack and laugh a lot, even at public spaces.
Maybe they never felt bored.
Oh,
so.
maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
We'll say that for our egos.
Well, yeah. I need a boost.
John's so funny with your puns, and it's a great to show. Oh God, I'm gonna butcher this. Kababayana.
It's Kababayan.
There you go. In this show.
My people.
Oh, people. Okay, nice. I will try and not butcher that next time.
That's on our next lesson, Josh.
Nice.
Our next
I
Tagalog
appreciate it.
lesson. I got you.
For context, it is a great and very enlightening to me since I was a toxic partner before, and it took you guys for me to realize that I have my fair share of toxicity. It hurts my ego when Sean goes all out, haha, but awesome, and I'm really striving to be a good boyfriend to my partner now. Thank you for existing, guys. That's what we love to hear. I love that.
Yes.
Those kind of reviews where people are like, "I've grown as a person with this show," which is never our intention, but
Our intention, because we very admittedly are not smart.
yes.
Hey, just like this Wikimaniac, I feel like every single one of us has grown too.
Oh, yeah.
Throughout
I've learned a lot.
Same. And everyone's been educating us so respectfully. So that's been awesome. Like there's some concepts and ideas and social lessons that I have like no idea about that I kind of pick up now. So if it wasn't for the Wikimaniacs, I wouldn't know shit for real.
I feel Sean learns a new thing every week. Usually the bad part of the internet.
Yeah, I could have lived a whole life without knowing who Andrew Tate was had it not been for Josh.
Yeah, my bad. But yeah, it is awesome to hear that kind of thing. It's because I've had my own content creators that I listen to that have enhanced or changed my perspective about things, and so it's kind of cool seeing like that we can do that as well and hopefully make a better world.
Unqualified as shit, but it's all good.
Yeah, exactly. So that is the reviews. Thank you, Carl, for that one. Keep being a good boyfriend and partner.
Carl.
But yeah, that's the reviews I've got today.
Awesome. Sean, you got anything, bro?
I do not have anything at all. Searched
okay.
my
I'll
name.
need to start.
Not too much coming up.
This man needs to go to a bachelor party, guys.
Hell yeah.
No, guys. That's fine. Now I'll find my way there. I'll walk there. I'll
All
save
right.
the plane ticket. Don't worry about it.
God damn. Okay, so we're
It's
going
just
to
in
close off the
Florida.
episode. Oh, it's in Florida. Okay.
Oh, with Rob
Miami?
DeSantis.
With Rob. I'm going to box him for money so I can afford this bachelor trip.
Good bachelor party.
I know. All right. Well, Wikimaniacs, if you like what we do, consider leaving a review for us on Apple Podcasts. 5-star, 1-star, we'll read them. But if you put us a 1-star, we'll flame the shit out of you. Also, this is a call out. $10 patrons, you can no longer cancel.
No, you can't. We won't do anything.
You can absolutely
No,
cancel
we're just
if
fucking
you-
with you guys.
I beg of you not to, but you can. You can. But
Yeah,
please don't. But please don't. But you can. I beg of you not to.
But Sean's got his
yeah.
bachelor.
My bachelorette party. I'm planning one for my best friend, actually.
Sean
love
would
with
be, hey, Sean would be the hottest city girl if he went to a bachelorette
be.
party.
He
I'll
would
tell
be.
you. Look at that.
I can't talk
Baby.
to broke boys.
Then you can't talk to
I
any
can't
of
talk to myself.
Again, if you like what we do, consider leaving a review for us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or our website, redditonwiki.com, or consider being a patron to get exclusive access and bonus content. You can rock our merch. I think Josh is the only one rocking it right now.
Yeah.
But the cheapest way to help us get discovered, tag us on your stories on Instagram or tweets. Really, the best way for more listeners to get us discovered is word of mouth and spread the good word. That is Reddit on Wiki. And you can find all our info on our show notes. But until then, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you this Friday for another Am I the Asshole episode. Till then, toodles.
Bye.
Later.
we can't end this episode without saying thank you to the wonderful Wikimaniacs that makes this show possible. Without your support and your monetary contributions, we wouldn't be doing this, guys, because it's a lot of work. But thank you so much for all your support, and we're gonna give you guys a shout out like what we always do on Mondays. So I'm gonna give Josh a reprieve today and read it in order so it's not confusing for him. So starting out from our latest, starting out with Fly, Baby Love, and T-Rex Ties. Test 44, Victoria, John, Sarah, Anonymous. Good one. Bliss, Mandy, West Coast Woods, Brittany, Lou Ariel, Natalie, Chris, Alex, Celine, Anne-Marie, Jade, Sophia, Low-Key, Anna Marie, Kristen, Emily, Joey, Elizabeth, Melissa, Tara, Emily, Xiahon. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Kismo, Jen, Jessica, Roberta, Kaylee, Emily, Alyssa, Lorian, Joanne, Lauren, Pasta, Robin, Baby Groot 92, Astacia, Laura, Aurora, John, David, Daniela, Danella, Haley, K Rose, Norma, Arnolfo, Shannon, Michelle, Karen, Alina, Janelle, Ezra, Cassidy, Jun, Wicked, Pippin, Karina, Nettie, I, lower score, am, lower score, your, lower score, mother, Allison, Ann, Chelsea, Melissa, Sheena, Mazapan, Micah, Courtney, Jackie, Annie, Nicola, Michelle, Christy, Melissa, Nicole, Ashley, Quarka, Bertrand, Farrell, Taylor, Tanisha, Becky, Marissa, Lizzie, Chelsea, Annette, Ashley, Addie, Ayana, Michelle, Caitlin, Rich Cat Lady, yay for the rich, Katie, Raina, Christy, Saraya, Alicia, Akisuda Hatter, Annie, Elizabeth, Silja, Liv, Chels, Toxic, Cupcake, don't eat that, Lauren, Maria, Stan Lee, Stacy, Bree, Catherine, Emma, Allison, Krissa, Feed Ducks 33, Andrea, Lydia, Susie Q, Peyton, Loba, Luana, Hannah, Leanne, Lisa, Kibra, Olina, Michelle, Aisha, Mary, Elizabeth, Tara, Tiffany, Tammy, Sabrina, Anna, Shenanigans, Alex, Ali, Lexi, Destiny, Sarah Lynn, Kellyanne, Leanne, Jessica M, Annie, Bree, Jessica, Ida, Tara, Heather, Pete Killer, Laurenie, Carissa, Girls Cupcake, Brittany, Jordan, Kaylee, Jam, Amy, Jesse, Classy, MacGyver, Sam, Tierra, Lily, Finch Fry, Edna, Kendall, Letty, Mary, Rich Person, nice, Emma the Asshole, yes you are for that name, Daisy, Sarah's Echo, Asyalu, Lauren, Kim and Kev, Angel, Hope, Jamie, Ruzarayan, Hannah, Mid-Drake, Warren, Don Lore, Salma, Javier, Kitty, Kate, Color Rouge, Kenzie, Noah, Lily, Jan, Tucka, Sophie, Kristen the Great, Bailey, Marissa, Gabby, Holly, Lucia, Evelyn, Sierra, Cheryl, Kristen, Torek, Melissa, Carolyn, Julie, Emily, Lunar, Eclipse, Alyssa, Agatha, Artina, Sheila, Mickey, Tartan, Flare Prime, Zoe, Aber, Kakernizhny, Moody Tacos, Vicky, Ling, Galaxy, Sammy, Be So Happy, Jen, Isabel, Mama Dad, Pikaya, Sarah, aka The Runt, Blue, Alex, Morgan, Tree the Busy Bee, Sarah, Bad Panda, where's the good panda? Alexa, Carolina, Sarah, Jojo, Bree, Purple DC Bones, Michael, Philip, Melissa, Shannon, Sierra, Emily, Taylor, Little, 5128, Goud, Ashley, Robert, Sam, Lindsay, Audrey, Nick, Nathimi, Karadim, Riker, Stephanie, Jackie, Olga, Mackenzie, Sabrina, Lily, Pandemonium, the Cat, Jenny, April, Rachel, Tracy, Flossie, Savannah, Maria, Midscore, Mrs. Christine E2, Anastasia, Ashley, Antoinette, Taylor, Tara, Jessica, Bear, Mina, Sophia, Will, Jay, Rich, Mitzi, Jane, Sky Score, Witty Kitty, Dr. Duden, Stevie Rose, Meg, Mystery, Sierra, Cherise, Hyphen, Daya, Shell, Olivia, Taylor, Alexis, Unicorn, Candy, Bex, Graceful Duck 22, Phoebe, Roxy, Eliana, Asgier, Patty, Likachu, Nikita, Casey, Jenna, Issa Thunder, Poop, Tabitha, Jordan, Jory, Elizabeth, Chelsea, Leslie, D, Nate, Casey, Lonnie, Indira, Alexandra, Iona, Karen, Alyssa, Rebecca, Brittany, Siddhartha, Lillian, Sunnylicious Supreme, Alyssa, Carol, Infamous, Hikari, Julia, Tegan, Linnea, Witty Meta, Sarah, almost there, Selena, Karina, Kite, Caitlin, Kelsey, Andrea, Jillian, Just, Erin, Kawina, Renee, Apolline, Rhonda, Stephanie, Queenie's Den, Christine, Juice Machine, Caroline, Rheasaurus, Mary Elena, Neen, Amanda, Shirtless, Josh, Stan, Jacqueline, Michelle, Allie, Ashley, Cecily, Haley, Brittany, Little Rosie, Saskia, Andy, Sky, Loseline, Amber, Noah, Itzel, Nelly, Sunny, Sasha, Zantalo, Caitlin, Casey, Ringo, Monkey, D, Dan, Rachel, Lofty Andy, Ekaterina, Jen. Last page. Elizabeth, Charlie, Carter, Amber, Dominique, Marine, Tiffany, Risa, Drella, your girl Diana, Catherine, Diana, Lena, Naya, Eli, Ellie, Crystal, Danielle, Michelle, Alexis, Jasmine, Miss Doolittle, Marianne, Sarah, Free Gnomes, Phantom Fox 98, Dan, Christina, Blue Raina, Katie, Yulia, Micah, Valentina, Alex, Taru, Aaron, Gabby, Lindsay, and Vina. Holy crap. That's a lot of patrons. Love y'all, Wikimaniacs. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and hope you enjoy the show this Friday. Bye.
Just do it! Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.